Hello, good afternoon, gentlemen. As promised, I did promise to do a live video by 4 p.m. today, and here I am. Just about to start. I want to talk about some of the issues in Edo State, issues with governance in Edo State, and what is going on, because so many things are going on, but a lot of people are not talking about it, and which is not very good. I have a list with me, a list of some of the things I want to talk about, so I will try to be quick and I will try to be precise so I don't just talk too much, Very recently, a very good friend of mine. Okay, sorry, I think the network is a bit messy, but I'm seriously having issues with the network, and I hope it doesn't disrupt this. I'm just battling with the network. I hope the network does not spoil this evening for us. Okay, it looks all right. I'm back online. Like I said, this week somebody called me and we did have a conversation about some of the schools that have recently been closed in Edo State. A lot of schools, but it has reached a very troubling state right now, and I'm going to start listing some of the schools that were recently closed down. Number one on the list I have here is Center for Community Development. This is a school that's affiliated to University of Benin. It's a state-run school, and it's a school of higher learning, something like that. And it has recently been shut down because the state government say they want to use the land. They're interested in the land because the land is in a very prime area in Benin. Another shut down is Edo State Staff Training Center. Closed down, the workers informed. Many of them were not deployed. They were just driven away from the place. The state government have closed down Edo State Staff Training Center also. Then number three is the College of Agriculture, Igoriaki. This one is actually peculiar because when it was closed down, the school, the students and the teachers or the lecturers in the school were told that the school will only be shut down for 3 months so that renovation work can be done on the school. But as we speak right now, the school has been shut down since last year, and up to this moment, the students and the school is still under lock and key, and there's no renovation or anything like that. Number four, Tayo Akpata University. For those of you who have been following my videos, I did a video about this school before, and I did mention that the school was systematically being shut down. Tayo Akpata University, the school have been prevented from admitting new students. So basically what it means is that the government is just systematically trying to wind down the school and close it. Also, the staff have not been paid for 8 months. ICE, Institute of Continuous Education. This is a very famous school in Benin. For those of you who know ICE have been shut down, have been closed, completely closed. And, the list is on and on, So that's just one of the things I have in the list here that I want to talk about. Schools are being closed. Workers are driven away. They are not paid, This is not right at all. This is not right. These people who work in these schools, students are in these schools. There's no provisions for them. There's no arrangements or sort of to relocate them to other schools or anything. They just come and close down the schools, and this is very wrong. You know, people are in these schools and they are hoping to graduate, and you just come and you close it down. People who have been in the schools for years, you just come and you close it down. There's no proper arrangements for them, for those who are leaving the school or things like that, you know. And that is very, very wrong. That is very wrong. And this has to stop. Now, also, I want to talk about the issue of the C of O. You know, recently, there was an announcement on the TV, on the radio, on the social media, and all the media outlets that the state governor, Governor Godwin Obaseki, has slashed the price of C of O to 50,000. You know, I was one of those who came out to commend the efforts and commend the action. But I went further and did some investigations recently, and I found out that the slashing of the C of O is just a political statement, you know, to say. Right now, it is purely political statement, because I've attempted to procure a C of O, you know, through some of my sources, and what we found out was that the Ministry of Lands and Survey is still in charge, not the Edo GIS. So the Ministry of Lands and Survey is still in charge, and the payment of 50,000 naira has been widely publicized. It's not true, because what we were told is that the 50,000 naira payment have not been approved completely, to say the least. That they are still in the process of fine-tuning the process to see if they can come out with that 50,000 naira for as the payment for C of O. So that information that the slashing of C of O to 50,000 is not correct. It's a political statement. You know, as right now you cannot procure C of O in Benin or in Edo State for 50,000 naira, which is a pure lie. Now, for those of you who are just joining, I have talked about this video is mainly to talk about the failures of the Obaseki led government, and some of the mistakes and the errors and the failures of the government. And I'll just quickly do a recap. I talked about the tertiary institutions that have been closed. One of it is the Center for Community Development, which has been closed. Edo State Staff Training Center, which has been closed. College of Agriculture, Igoriaki, closed. And the workers dismissed. The students were told that the school was going to be renovated in 3 months and they'll be back. And up to this moment, it's far more than 3 months and nothing is happening in that school. Tayo Akpata University, they have been prevented from admitting new students, so the school is systematically closed. They're just winding down the school. Then I did mention that the slashing of C of O to 50,000 naira is not true. You know, it's not true at all. You know, for those of you who are excited about trying to get C of O for your house or your properties in Benin, so far it is not true. You know, what we found out, the process, it is not 50,000 naira. You know, so that's just a political statement. And now another very disturbing issue in Edo right now is the issue of the Libya returnees. The issue of Libya returnees. A lot of people who were returned from Libya have been abandoned. You know, they have been completely abandoned, which is very sad. You know, I met a couple of some girls recently who were returned from Libya, and when they told me their story of how, you know, the promises that were made to them before bringing them back, the government have not kept any of the promises. In fact, they were just brought back here and they were left on their own. Right now they've been left on their own. No empowerment, nothing to keep them busy, nothing to make sure that they don't return back to Libya. You know, but one of the guests in particular told me that she regretted even coming back. You know, that that she would find her way back to Libya, because she felt that, for her it was a never say never. It was do or die, and the government, when they were bringing these people back, they made a lot of promises to them, that they were going to establish some of them, give them small training, and give some of them businesses and all that, and assist them in starting up something that will keep them here. But, it is sad, that because the Libya girls, there were a lot of foreign donors that gave the state government money, to empower these girls. That's the video of the Libyan girls and the whole slavery thing in Libya went viral when CNN published it. And, that video caused a lot of uproar, there was a lot of outcry, and this instigated a lot of different people, they came in to support the government. Some of them brought money and all that to support these girls. Right now, as I speak, the Libyan returnees have been abandoned. Many of them are not so desperate that they want to go back to Libya, and it is sad. It is very sad. Okay, another issue, quickly, I'll just do a quick roundup of the issues. Very recently, we all heard that the state government have awarded some roads in Benin. One of the roads that was awarded is the Ugbo Amagba Ogunmeyi Road. For those of you who know Benin very well, the Ugbo Amagba Road is in a terrible condition. And there'll be talk of, the road is awarded, the road has been awarded, the roads are awarded. So very recently I did a little investigation to find out about the so-called contract, what was awarded and who was awarded and all that. And it's sad that we just hear on TV every day that, SYZ Road has been awarded, and that's it. No information, nothing, physically nothing about the company that got the job, the profile of the company and all that. There's nothing, no information at all. So I did try to dig deep about this company, and I tried to find some information about this road and who the company that got the job and all that. And it's so sad that the information I got is very disturbing, because when I reach out to some sources in the company who apparently they didn't want their name on print, or they want to disclose their own identity, but they told me that the road was only awarded on paper, in terms like just awarded on paper. That what the state government told them was that they should go and start working with their money, and then they will be reimbursed. And no company wants to do that. No company wants to put their money in a government project, when they will be hoping to get their money back. If the government is serious about awarding road contracts in Edo State, they should fund it, at least bring out money, mobilize the contractors to go to sites. That's how it is done everywhere. I'm surprised that the company now is saying that they were not giving money. They were just told to go and start work. So the government has not even mobilized the companies, but they went on radio, on TV, and started shouting that they have awarded this amount of roads. Now, Textile Mill Road in Benin, last year, to be precise, in May of last year, May 2017, the state government said that they were going to start work on Textile Mill Road. In fact, it was on TV, it was on radio, it was on print media that, they were going to start, because there was a video that somebody did, and the video, when the state government saw it, they were embarrassed, and then they came out to say, okay, we are going to start work on this road. And that was May 2017. It is August 16th, 2018, and not a single work has been done on Textile Mill Road. Not a single work. After 1 year, for 1 year, they said they were going to work on the road. Textile Mill Road, August 16, as we speak right now, 2018, not a single trailer, not a single bulldozer has entered that road. Nothing has been done. Nothing, absolutely nothing. The road abandoned. is still in the sorry and deplorable condition that it has always been. You know, I don't understand why, you know, we always play politics. We deceive our people all in the name of politics, you know, because we want to be popular, or we want to think that, give the people the impression that we are working. You know, these roads, nothing has been done. Very recently, again, just a few days ago, there was report on the media that the state government have awarded the St. Saviour Road, which is terrible condition, and some other roads. And I mean, if it's the same way they awarded the Ubamagba Road, then there's something to celebrate. There's nothing to be happy about. There's nothing to be optimistic about, and that's it. And then finally, I would like to close this video by quickly talking about the wastage. You know, there's a lot of wastage going on in those states. You know, a lot of wastage. 2 years ago, when Governor Godwin Obaseki was, came in, you know, a lot of emphasis was made on, oh, I want to really make Edo State the agricultural hub of the South-South. You know, I want to make Edo State the agricultural hub of the South-South. And then the state government went and procured a very large land in Sobe, and then they started planting corn. You know, from the investigations I've carried out, over 2 billion naira was expended on that project. You know, they spent over 2 billion naira on that project, procuring land, preparing the land, and they planted corn. And the governor went out and made videos and posted pictures of himself in the corn. That was when the corn was still growing. You know, right now, nothing is being heard of the Sobe farm. Nothing, not a word. 2 billion naira expended on the project. Nothing at all. Nothing. No, we hear nothing anymore about what happened to the farm, if the farm is going to continue, if they're going to employ people. Nothing. And, you know, I mean, with all due respect to the state governor, when Governor Godwin Obaseki came on board, one of his major campaign promises was that he was going to create 200,000 jobs. He was going to create 200,000 jobs. Now, Governor Godwin Obaseki was sworn in November 11, 2016. November 11, which is just about 2 months from now, or 3 months from now, November 11th will be 2 years. 2 years. Which means this government has spent 50% of its lifespan, 50% of its time already. And in this time, you know, in these 2 years, we cannot boast of 10,000 jobs that the government have created. They cannot say, okay, right now we've created 1,000 jobs in this ministry, or we've created 1,000 jobs through this sector, or through the private sector we have created 5,000 jobs, or through the agricultural sector we have created 10,000 jobs. In 2 years, you know, nothing. We cannot boast of 5,000 jobs. People are still wallowing in abject poverty and misery. The youths are even now more poorer in Edo State today. And it's a shame. It's a shame because people just come out and throw figures when they are looking for votes. When they want you to vote for them, they just come out and promise all sorts of things that they can never achieve. And, you know, when we cried out, we cried out during the campaigns that, you know, these figures that Governor Obaseki is throwing out there, 200,000 jobs, is unachievable. You know, there's no plan. You know, we don't see any plan, because this is a governor who was the head of Adams Oshomole's economic team for 8 years. So if he has an idea to create 200,000 jobs, and he was the head of an economic team piloting the affairs and the economy of the state for 8 years, then he should have been able to bring some of those things to bear during Adams Oshomole's time. You know, it's a shame that, you know, we just come out and make political statements every time and just play politics with those people. Right now, there's no work, and that's to sum it up. You know, the people have no jobs in Benin. They have no work at all. The youths have no job. The youths are jobless. You can see some of the APC youths recently making videos, you know, saying that they've been abandoned. They've been abandoned because there are no jobs. There's no work for them, you know. So these issues are issues that I want people to keep talking about. So I just highlighted them, and I will just quickly round it up by saying that those of you who have access to Governor Gordon Obaseki, talk to him. He has to completely and quickly stop closing down state institutions. As we speak now, 6 tertiary institutions have been closed down in those states, which is very sad, you know, very, very sad. And now, the final notes. This is the final notes before I go. Last 2 months ago, I made a video of the Holy Arosa primary school. Everybody watched that video. The state government came out and said, oh, we've asked the school to evacuate. We've asked people to leave the school, and they didn't evacuate. You know, it's not our fault. It's because the headmistress or the headmaster of the school did not evacuate the school. Lies. They went to the school and they removed the roof. The next day after I made that video, they went to the school and they removed the roof. It is more than 2 months now. Nothing. The school has been abandoned. Nothing is being done in the school. In fact, I plan to make other videos of the school. And when the government also said that they've asked all the schools with dilapidated structures in Edo State to shut down, that's another lie. As we speak, none of the schools have been closed down. The schools are still in the terrible condition that they are in. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Absolutely nothing has changed. You know, those of you who have access to the governor, those of you who are lovers of Edo State, keep talking. You know, we have to keep saying all these things. People will call you PDP. People will call you opposition. Well, that's it. Let them call you whatever they like. It's the duty of people in opposition to raise issues. It's for the betterment of our states. I have nothing personal against the governor. I have nothing personal against anybody in the government. But I believe that if what is right is right, what is wrong is wrong. You know, that the government is closing down tertiary institutions, taking the lands and driving away the workers. It is wrong. No matter whatever the guise you want to paint it, it is completely wrong. If you are closing down a business, you are closing down a school, you should be able to make sure that those who are working in that place have something doing, or compensate the workers. Don't just drive them away like that. Look at the Edo line. We were told that they want to restructure it. Is it not 2 years now? Is it not completely gone? So what's going on? What is going on? Let's start asking questions. Please, keep asking questions. Keep talking. Keep whatever means you can talk. Keep talking. Don't stop talking. Just keep bringing out this issue. We have to. Edo belongs to all of us. You know, if Edo is better today, it's better for all of us. It's good for all of us. It's our home. We have no other state to call our own. So if Edo State is good, it is good for all of us. If we have schools that even our pigs cannot go to, it's a shame for all of us, not just only the government. So those of you who feel like it's okay, you know, because I'm in the government or because I'm in this party or I'm in this party, I cannot say anything, you know, one day posterity will judge you. History will judge you. The role and the side you took, the role you played in all of this, history will judge you. You know, thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for those of you who have shared the video. Thank you for those of you who have invited your friends to watch the video. I appreciate your time. And I will be posting some more videos of some of the recent journalistic work I have been doing. I'll post those videos as the week goes. I have some new videos that I want to share with you, and I'll be posting them as time goes on. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.